Welcome to the Mecca of Jamaica's track and field, the National Stadium in Kingston. We're here for the corporate area development meet as well as the Velocity Fest. Of course, we're still in a pandemic, but as sports tries to continue, SportsMax opens up and we are broadcasting from the National Stadium for the first time in about a year at this corporate area development meet. My name is Donald Oliver and I'm hanging out with Ricardo Chambers and Daniel Dowie. Warm conditions here at the National Stadium. A slight chance of rain a little bit later on, and there's a consistent breeze going around, swirling around the National Stadium. As Ricardo Chambers, Donald Oliver, they've been Ricardo Chambers and Daniel Dowie, they've been here since morning and they've seen quite a bit of action so far.
Including the triple jump for Class 1 boys, which is in progress. We are in the third round of the competition. Just a couple of jumps left. Well, just one actually. Atkins Daly of Wolmer's in third position, 14.94 meters. This is his third round effort. Hits the board really well. That looks the best of the lot. Might have been threatening the 15-meter mark there for Atkins Daly, who is in third position. Plus 2.4 meters per second. The wind speed on that one, so over the allowable limit. But the mark will still count towards his positioning in this triple jump competition. The event being led by Apollos Edwards of Jamaica College with 15.96 meters ahead of Luke Brown of Calabar, 15.82. Daly in third position before that jump with 14.94. And we'll get confirmation of the distance on that jump to tell you if indeed he has made any progress in the competition. The top 8 will have 3 further jumps in that competition, and the top 8, Apollos Edwards of Jamaica College, 15.96, Luke Brown of Calabar, 15.82, Atkins Daly of Wolmer's, 14.94, Jaheim Cox of Kingston College, 14.85, Ricketts of Jamaica College, 14.60, Francis of KC, 14.06, MacDonald of Calabar, 13.89, and Drummond of Excelsior, Drummond of Wolmer's, 13.80. The top 8 will have 3 further jumps in the triple jump for Class 1 boys.
On the track, 70-meter hurdles, Class 4 for girls. Of course, there will be section finals, 2 section finals. And let's go through the lineup in section 1 from Gainstead. Shakay Reed. Lane 3, Tiana Marshall of Wolmer's. In lane 5 from the Queen's School, Brianna Daddy. Kelsey Barkley in lane 6 out of Alpha. And in lane 7, Xavier Harvey of Excelsior. So section 1 of 2 finals.
Excelsior move over to lane 8. Excelsior move over to lane 8 and adjust the blocks.
So Harvey being told to move to lane number 8. And she's adjusting her blocks as well.
I think that's to achieve some social distancing.
Yeah, where possible, of course. The 100 meters, pretty much a packed field, or packed fields, but whenever they can, they try to separate the athletes.
At the triple jump area for the Class 1 boys at triple jump. In 8th position, Malik Drummond, Woolman, 13.82 meters. In 7th with 13.89.
So this is the top 8 for the triple jump. Class 1 boys triple jump.
6 meters from Kingston College, Tajay Francis. In 5th with 14.60 from Jamaica College, Rajon Ricketts. In 4th with 14.85 from Kingston College, Jaheim Cox. In third position with 14.94 from Woolman's, D'Angelo Atkinson Daly. In second position with
Come on, Exeter. Set
15.8
and pace. Come on,
meters from
Exeter.
Calabar, Lulu Brown, and leading with one more round to go in the Class 1 boys triple jump with 15.96 meters from Jamaica College, Apollos Edwards.
So Apollos Edwards of JC with the lead. Significant too, 15.91 meters heading into the final jump of the Class 1 triple jump. Back on the track now, section 1 of 2, Class 4 70 meters hurdles for girls.
Set.
So where they go then for
Tiana Marshall of Woolmers with the lead, and this seems to be a comfortable one. Just a matter of what she will clock as she crosses the line. It's a big win for Tiana Marshall of Woolmers, 10.92 seconds of flash time there.
That was really impressive run from her there. She impressive technique. Wow. This is class 4.
So I'm a little bit surprised there, Daniel, in terms of how she ran and the technique, as you mentioned.
Not too surprised. She's coached by Michael Carr. It's one of his favorite events to coach. Impressive technique for a class 4 athlete. Up with the lead. Trail leg coming around nice and smooth. Very technically sound race. Quick and efficient for Tiana Marshall there. The Woolmerian.
The final round for the Class 1 boys triple jump. Just to remind the officials.
Led from the start and
while the
commanding performance.
For the long jump, we ask that you do not cross the runway. Please go to the start area. It's the start of the 400 meters to get across if you need to go across. Thank you so much for your cooperation. Final round. Class 1 boys. Triple jump. Drummond. Williams.
So they're doing the abbreviated version in the triple jump. The athletes are only getting 4 rounds. And you're looking there at Malik Drummond, his final round effort. And it gets the white flag. He's the man in 8th position, Malik Drummond of Wilmer. So we are in the final round of the triple jump. .53 Drummond on his final attempt. That will not be an improvement for him. So
meters for Drummond of Woolman's on his final attempt.
well, correction, I think that was 13.93. So that would actually move him up a spot into 7th position. Malik Drummond of Wilmers. Indeed, confirmation just coming from the stadium announcer. The 13.93 on his final attempt. That moves him into 7th position.
With his final attempt, looking to go better than 13.89.
Thank you, Celia. On track section 2 of the Class 4 girls 70 meter hurdles. The competitors listed for section 2. In lane
So
2
this is
from
section
Woolmers,
2
Natrilia
of 2.
Campbell.
Natrilia Campbell
Lane 4
of Woolmers.
Shani Blackwood. Lane 6.
Shani Blackwood of the Queens.
Is Thuria Campbell.
Thuria Campbell is
That's
in
right,
lane
Shamala
6.
Bampton. And in lane 8, representing Alpha, Thuria Campbell.
Thuria Campbell is in lane 8 actually. Shamala Banton of Gainstead on the inside. 2 lanes on the inside.
Lane 4, put the foot on the blocks. Thank you. Set.
Campbell has had a really good start on the inside, and it seems as if she's the one running away with it, just like Tiana Marshall did in the first section final, 11.21. It's her teammate which has the better time from the first final, but it's a 1-2 for Wolmer's as far as the times are concerned, and the Wolmerians are cut above the rest.
Definitely excellent race there for Natrilia Campbell. And you can see the difference again with the hurdle technique. Her teammate Tiana Marshall Campbell here, the better ones when it comes to technique, separated themselves early, not just speed. It's the hurdle, so you know you have to get that technique right. Impressive run by the Wolmerians. And you know, Donald, it feels really good to say that for some reason.
Said the girl from Portland. Who made her way to Hero Circle in the latter stages of her high school career, of course.
So the triple jump final in the final round for Class 1 boys. We've just seen an improvement for Rajon Ricketts of Jamaica College, 14.77 meters. But that keeps him in 5th position. Here is Jaheim Cox now. He's in 4th position with 14.85. He needs 14.95 to get a medal.
Kingston College on the runway to come with his final attempt. He's in 4th with 14.85.
Cox tries to get whatever support there is inside the National Stadium. 14.04, 14.02, 14.85. Let's see if he gets better in round 4. Jaheim Cox hits the board. Oh, just falls away in the final phase. Left his left leg, and that will cost him significant distance, and I think cost him a medal as well. 14.56 is what it is for Jaheim Cox of Kingston College, so his 14.85 will be his best effort. And I think it was the second phase where he lost balance and then just couldn't regain it. Took off well behind the board as well, like we've seen for most of this competition. Now moving to Atkinstall Daly. He knows he has at least a bronze medal with his 14.94. Daly settles himself. The flag is red, so he has to wait until the white flag is shown to him for him to be able to start his run-up. He has at least the bronze medal. Came in as the number 4 ranked. He's going to leave in the top 3. Daly, no doubt pumped now that he knows he has a medal. Sprints down the runway. Atkinstall Daly hits the board well. Not a bad effort, but I don't think it will trouble the top 2. But he does have the bronze medal. Creditable effort from him this afternoon in tricky conditions as far as the wind is concerned. Nice and upright down the runway. Shows good speed. Extends nicely into the pit, the buttocks. Robs him of what would have been valuable distance. And denies him of an opportunity to get to the top 2. Just 13.96, and Coach Carolee Ricketts tells him, well done, he has a medal. Now, just a gold medal to be decided in this triple jump final for Class 1 boys. Only the big two are left. They jump in reverse order. So you'll first see the man in second position, Luke Brown of Calabar. 1582 is what he delivered. He needs 1597 to take the lead. Brown summons support. He's getting it from a few of his competitors. Maybe even a few officials somewhere as well. Brown focuses. Apollos Edwards jogs behind him as he speeds down the runway. That's going to be a red flag. He bails out of it anyhow, and Luke Brown will have to set it for silver. And Apollos Edwards knows now that he's the champion. There's an extra bit of bounce in those steps as Luke Brown walks away. Knows that he needed a big one to win the competition. Overstepping the board. And I think he knew it. Lost control of the attempt and bailed out of it. Oh no, he didn't overstep the board actually. He was spot on. Interesting. No. We'll give his support to Apollos Edwards. Maybe we'll get a 16-meter jump. He leads with 15.96 meters. The number one in high school this season. For the final time in this competition. Goes away towards the right side of the pit, gets the red flag. It doesn't matter though, because Apollos Edwards is your Class 1 triple jump champion at the corporate area development meet for 2021. He has beaten Luke Brown of Calabar. He came in as the number one. He finishes as the number one. And he's going to be a happy man without a doubt. Apollos Edwards, your Class 1 triple jump final or champion here at the corporate area meet.
Confident young man made his mark pretty early in this one. And ran away with the title. On the track, section 1 of 2. 80-meter hurdles, class 3, girls, final. Four competitors here.
I think they're being told to social distance and change lanes for that purpose. They're looking a little bit upset. They have to reset their blocks.
Yeah, they were told a little bit late, a little bit belatedly, because they were out there for a while. And we are behind schedule by some distance actually. Of course, the Velocity Fest is right after for the seniors. Shelley Taylor of Excelsior. Danae Charles of Campion in lane 3. Chania Locke of Alpha in 5. In lane 6, Shelley and Taylor of Excelsior. And right beside her, Sasha K. Gentles of the Queen's School. in the Class 4 timed final, 70-meter hurdles. Wilmers with the 1-2. The quicker time was in Section 1. This is now Section 1 of Class 3.
These requirements are all for your health and safety. Thank you for your cooperation
80-meter
and
hurdles.
compliance. It is greatly appreciated. We wish you a successful competition. This is a reminder that you must wear your mask at all times while attending the competition. The only exception is when you're warming up for your event or while you're ready to compete on the track, runway, or throwing circle. If you have any questions, feel free to ask any of the COVID compliance officers wearing the yellow sleeved band. We wish you a safe and a successful competition.
The young ladies have been out there for some time. Not sure exactly what the delay is about.
Seems like they're remeasuring, making sure they have the distance correct. After all, it is the 80-meter hurdles. One of the development sprint hurdle races. So popular here.
Not sure if they're out of practice, but it's taken them a really long time to get this sorted out while the athletes wait in the sun. You're watching the Covertier development meet, and they are making changes now. So yeah, they are adjusting the distance between the hurdles, starting from the third set, it seems. Yep.
Well, it's a good thing that they are correcting that error before the race had begun.
So quite a few events left today. Of course, after the hurdles, we'll have the 200 meters or classes, boys and girls. Then, of course, we have the 800 meters to look forward to. And before the relays come on board, the middle distance races. But we're are some way away from that. So we're going to take a quick break here from the National Stadium as the technical work is being done on the track. Stay with us though. We'll be back with more action after this. Welcome to the Corporate Area and Development Meet and Velocity Fest, powered by Digicel, of course, here at the National Stadium. And hopefully we're just about ready for the 80-meter hurdles class 3 for girls. Yep, we are. That's Danae Childs of Campion. And beside her, Chenia Locke of Alpha, Shelly-Ann Taylor of Excelsior, and Sasha K. Gentles of the Queen's School.
Set.
Sent off. Really good start for Charles. On the outside, Shelly-Ann Taylor of Excelsior. Taylor now being pressured by Locke, but Taylor comfortable. 12.68 seconds, the flash time for Shelly-Ann Taylor of Excelsior.
That's negative 3.9 meters per second. So
negative 3.9 meters per second. It's pretty much a stiff wind she's running into.
Getting the win in section 1.
Shelly-Ann Taylor showing good form, coming through to win. Clearing the hurdles by some distance. Safely done. There's your winner, Shelly-Ann Taylor of Excelsior in section 1 of the 80-meter hurdles class 3. Section 2 coming up.
Stand behind a block.
4 athletes also in this one. We'll make that 5 athletes in this one. Amoy Kentish of Alpha in lane 3.
Stand behind
Italia
the blocks.
Nelson of the Queens in 4.
On your marks.
Ada Pessoa Rollins of St Andrew. Nijeda Seymour of Excelsior. And Kendra McKenzie of Wilmers complete the lineup.
Set.
False start there. I think it's between Italia Nelson and Ayla Pessoa Rollins. There was an initial movement from Nelson. Kentish on the inside as well.
On your mark.
Let's see what the verdict will be. Well, no card shown.
So everyone gets a second chance.
Set.
Sent off. Kentish with a good start on the outside. Seymour of Excelsior. Kentish though trying to pull away, and she is. She just needs to clear one more hurdle. She does. 12.18 seconds. Amoy Kentish of Alpha. Ajeda Seymour of Excelsior finishing in second. There she is, but Kentish is the winner. It was a good run by the Alpha students.
I think it's the better, faster time of the 2 sections as well. There she is, powering through, lead leg up, cutting through the strong headwind. She ran a technically sound race. Amoy Kentish of Alpha to win section 2 with the faster time, so she wins overall.
Seems as if she relies heavily on her start. She was out of the blocks like a freight train, really.
And didn't let the false start, well, the callback, throw her off.
No, I didn't phase her at all. Coming out on top to win section 2 and the overall race. Class 3 80-meter hurdles there. Readjusting now for class 2.
And this should be an easier readjustment. These ones are marked out on the track. This is the standard race, the 100-meter hurdles for women. But this is for class 2 girls.
They'll also have a couple of sections, Danielle. You see that 6 will run in section 1. 6 will also run in section 2. The class 3 boys high jump also taking place. As well as the pole vault. Well, that should be the class 3 girls high jump that's taking place. The record 1.70 meters. Torian Kevin. Set last year.
Straight out.
That's Melia Perry of the Queen's School, warming up and getting ready for competition.
Really good to see track and field back, especially being broadcast. There would have been a lot of disappointment with several cancellations, including the National High School Track and Field Championships.
Yeah, it's not your typical season, and athletes, coaches, fans, everybody were really grateful for competition here today.
Fans, of course, not allowed inside the National Stadium as yet. Just strictly the student athletes and the organizers and, of course, members of the media and other officials. Officials always reckon that they could put on these track and field events responsibly And yet another test this afternoon here at the National Stadium. From what I'm hearing from the athletes, they really don't mind as long as they're competing, as long as they're on the track and on the field. They just want to compete.
So on track now, event number 33, the Class 2 Girls 100 meter hurdles final. 2 sections to come. The meet record 13.32 seconds, set by Excelsior's Akira Nugent in 2019. The lane assignments for heat number 1. Lane 2 from Immaculate, Saray Mahabir. Lane 3 from Campion, Lorian Atkinson. Lane 4 from the Queen's School, Khadija Deeble. Lane 5 from St. Andrew High.
They're just about putting the final 2 hurdles in place.
6 from Woolmus, Chloe May
just to tell you the lineup in section 1 of 2. 100 meter hurdles class 2. Saray Mahabir of Immaculate in 2. Lorian Atkinson of Campion in 3. Khadija Deeble of the Queens in 4. Kayla Michelle O'Connor of St. Andrew in 5. Chloe May Wilkes of Wilmers in 6. Janessa Davis is in lane 7. Janessa Davis of Excelsior. Seems a little bit tardy at the moment, despite the fact that they are quite a few minutes behind schedule, and the athletes now being summoned to their blocks.
Set.
Sent off. Khadija Deeble of the Queens. Akinstall there as well. Mahabir stopped, but coming through is Deeble. Comes through. Khadija Deeble of the Queens. 15.03 seconds, the flash time for Khadija Deeble of the Queens.
There she is, powering through. A good time for her as well, winning the first section. Mahabir of Immaculate, she came in with one of the fastest times, but she hit the hurdle and unfortunately finished down the pack. But Deeble of the Queen's School takes the first time the final section 1.
So 15.03 for Deeble, the Queen's School, 15.10 for Davis Excelsior, and 15.13 for O'Connell St. Andrew High.
So Khadija Deeble of the Queen's School, your winner in section 1. Now time for section 2. Joshua Pascal Joy Douglas of the Queens. As we go through the lineup, Essence Burbridge of Immaculate in 2. Takada Bennett of Excelsior in 3. Carisha Townsend of Wilmers in 4. Crystal Shaw of the Queens in 5. Douglas, as I mentioned, in lane 6 out of St. Andrew High. In lane 7, Jazara Josephs of Campion.
Burbridge has one of the faster times this season at 14.35 seconds. So we can see what she does.
So
Burbridge has a good start. So too Shaw. Shaw, though, pulling away. Townsend in second spot and closing the gap. Townsend coming through as Shaw struggles. It's Townsend of Wolmer's winning that one in 15.95. Now rounded up to 15.97. Not enough to win the overall final, but she does win her section. Carisha Townsend.
Oh, it was a technically shabby race for many of the athletes, and Townsend just, in the end, just powered through, right? Shaw was going pretty well and then started to get timid towards the end, the last few hurdles, and Shaw and Townsend saw that as an opportunity and made her way past her. Nice and easy.
Your rhythm totally disrupted. Out of sorts, Crystal Shaw.
You know, when the technique is right, the race can look so beautiful, but when it's wrong, it can get ugly, and we saw a lot of ugly clearances a while ago.
And it is difficult to recover. It's like a slippery slope, isn't it?
Definitely.
There's your winner of the section, Carisha Townsend of Wolmer's. But of course, the overall winner from the first race, Kadina Diebel of the Queens. Now it's time for Class 1. So, Class 1 hurdles coming up in a bit, but we take a quick break from the National Stadium. Stay with us. Welcome back to the National Stadium in Kingston, Jamaica. Here at the Corporate Area Development Meet and Velocity Fest. As we are getting ready for the hurdles events on the boys' side, starting with Class 3.
In 7th position, with 17
just to go through the lineup quickly. Zeus Young of JC
in 6th position with
in lane 1. Kyle Clark of Wolmer's Boys in 2. Shaquan Gordon of Calabar in 3. Kahim Kabi of KC in 4. Riquelme Edwards of Excelsior in 5. Daniel Clark of Kingston College in 6. Dante Watson of Jamaica College in 7. And Dean Clayton of Calabar in lane number 8.
Meters from Excelsior, Altanique James. In second position with 31.27 from Stats, Gabrielle McDonald. And leading with one more round to go in the Class 2 girls discus throw with 36.15 meters from Immaculate, Marja Henry.
This promises to be an interesting battle as we take a look at the athletes going through their warm-up. No section finals in Class 3, but it is a full field.
Stand behind the blocks.
Oh, I'm a little bit concerned by that bandage on his hand.
Kingston College has the 4 fastest boys in this event in Class 3 for 2021. 2 of them are in this field. Kahim Karbi, who goes in lane 4, is ranked number 2, and then Daniel Clark, who goes in lane number 6, is ranked number 4. So their number 1 ranked Nicarda Johnson, who we saw winning the 100, and Jordan Taylor, the number 3 ranked, sitting out this one. They have their number 2 and their number 4 in this lineup. They are so strong in the hurdles, Kingston College. We saw them in the 400 hurdles, and we're about to see another demonstration in the sprint hurdles.
Set.
Sent off, and they've been sent back.
A straight final for the Class 3 boys 100 hurdles. The record 13.20 set last year by Rajon Gray of Kingston College. And the Calabars, Shaquan Gordon might find himself in a spot of bother here. We wait on the official decision. Looks as if there might have been an issue with the blocks.
The officials have been really lenient this afternoon, actually. But yeah, something could have been wrong with the blocks.
You sound disappointed, Donald.
No, I fully understand the reason why they would be lenient and giving these athletes the chance to compete.
There have been so many issues at that start line for the last decade, heading to a decade and a half. No need to talk about them.
Set.
Gordon was left in the blocks of Calabar on the outside with a good start. Kahim Karbi in lane 4. His teammate trying to close that gap. Daniel Clark as well on the outside, but it's Karbi coming through. 13.49 seconds the flash time as Kingston College. They do a 1-2 yet again.
Second fastest in Class 3 for the 2021 season. Kahim Karbi improves the 13.61 that he would have produced already. Not as fast as the 13.33 his schoolmate Nicarda Johnson would have set, but he really did this from the start. Fabulous start, got to the first hurdle first, and the focus very much there throughout the entire race. And although his teammate closed fast, as was expected, by the way, Daniel Clark, he got nowhere close to him. Efficient performance from Kahim Karbi of Kingston College, Class 3 champion in the 100 hurdles.
Efficient indeed. I was looking at his technique. He had one of the better execution Sharp. Steps over the hurdles real smooth.
Again, we're seeing another demonstration of what Coach Ransom Edwards is doing at Kingston College with these hurdle events. He's been absolutely phenomenal for them since he's been there. And I did make mention of him earlier today as well, because he was at Veer, did very well at Veer Technical, then went to Manchester High School and did well at Manchester High School as well. And now at Kingston College is doing better than he's ever done. And oh, by the way, how can I forget that he was at St. Jago before he came to Kingston College. Did well at St. Jago too. But he's doing the best he's ever done. I guess the only question is why he's been moving around so often. But I think he's finally found a home. There's no way Casey is going to let him leave anytime soon. Not with these results.
Class 2's coming up. Section finals of this one.
Yeah, 2 sections in the Class 2 boys. 110-meter hurdles. So the Class 3 athletes run 100 hurdles like the Class 1 females. And then the Class 2 boys and the Class 1 boys as well compete over 110-meter hurdles with variations in height as well. So you'll see the adjustments being made now for the Class 2 boys 110 hurdles, and it will take a bit of time before they have it all in place.
And frankly speaking, we are running out of it, Ricardo. But
yeah, the meet's some way behind. We should have been well into the sprint relays now, heading down the home stretch of this meet, but we still have 800 meters to come, 200 meters to come, all expected to be exciting. And don't forget that the Velocity Fest meet was scheduled to start at 4. Might still be able to start at 4 with the scheduled field events, but the track events may be behind time unless they can significantly make up time between now and then. But the performances have been worth watching, that is for sure. No bias here, but I think especially on the boys' side. Yeah, Daniel Dowie doesn't like to hear that. But that's just the truth. The strength of the girls' competition is in the central region, and the strength of the boys' competition is here in the corporate region. And I think the COVID-19 pandemic could have impacted the girls' schools even more this year, and so a lot of the performances on the girls' side would not have been as crisp as they might have been in previous years, but we've still seen some good efforts.
the COVID-19 pandemic, of course, would also affect the time because curfew is at 8 o'clock. But hopefully all the events
You sound worried.
are finished by then.
You sound so scared, but it's okay. That's very much like you.
Brand new track here at the National Stadium. Took a walk on it. Really bouncy, Ricardo.
That's the only thing you could take on it.
That was a very cheap shot, but fine.
But
you're probably right. I could run the 120 seconds flat, I believe. But
actually, I don't think you could run that fast. I really don't think you could run that fast.
Wow, Donald, I'm not going to take that.
it's fine.
I actually challenged Daniel to an 800 meters race because we enjoyed being on the track so much yesterday. Real bouncy and nice. Lovely, lovely newly relayed surface. You know, like you could have something and you don't realize how bad it is until you get the upgrade.
And I can just imagine how the athletes felt moving from the Stadium East to now be at the National Stadium for these events.
Yeah. Because I remember how it felt like, and when I stepped on it yesterday, I sort of remembered it feeling like I was almost on concrete before.
Yeah.
I know I was on carpet. It was, the difference was amazing. The high jump for class 3 girls is in progress.
The athletes, of course, would appreciate it so much as well, the upgrade.
Yeah, without a doubt, for sure. Would aid in many of the performances as well. So 9 competitors in the high jump for class 3 girls. The record jointly held by Torian Caven and Kalia Jones. Caven setting that mark last year, and Jones in 2020 1.70 meters. So the young ones going through their paces in the class 3 high jump final. Two athletes from Alpha Academy, Kayla Scott and Akalia Stevenson. And the adjustments being made to the high jump bar, as the adjustments are also being made for the start of the 110-meter hurdles for class 2 boys. Competitors also getting ready for the long jump for class 2 boys final. So still lots of action going on in the field here at the corporate area development meet for 2021. We do call it the corporate area development meet, but there are championship titles on offer. Kingston College, the defending boys champions. Excelsior, the reigning girls champions. And based on the evidence of what we've seen so far today, both of them on pace to retain their titles. Remember, although we had the COVID-19 pandemic denying us the opportunity to see champs in 2020, we did get most of the track and field season before the onset of the pandemic, including the corporate area meet.
Yeah.
So we do have great memories of the action from the meet last year. And I remember we were getting ready for the Digicel Grand Prix finals when everything started being cancelled, and we heard about the first case only a few days after the Carifta trials. So the Carifta trials would have been the last track and field meet last year for the high schoolers before the pandemic took charge.
Lane 3, Malik Graham, Woodlands. Lane 4, Jaden Campbell, Kingston College. Lane 5, Javon Nelson, Calabar. Lane 6, Daniel Wright, Excelsior. And lane 7.
So section 1 of 2, boys class 2, 110-meter hurdles. Malik Graham of Woolmers in 2, Jaden Campbell of Kingston College in 4, Javon Nelson of Calabar in 5, Daniel Wright of Excelsior in 6, Jazar Turner of Jamaica College in lane number 7.
On your marks.
Section 1 of 2.
Watch Jaden Campbell of Kingston College. Shouldn't even get prizes for saying that. But he is the second fastest this season, 14.15. He did at GC Foster College on February 27.
Campbell, left in the blocks by Graham of Woolmers, has some work to do on the outside. Javon Nelson of Calabar. Nelson of Calabar holding off Daniel Wright of Excelsior, who comes through for second spot. Calabar with the win, 14.26.
I heard
Javon Nelson winning.
I heard his race not won by a Kingston College athlete. That's the first time we've seen that today. But Javon Nelson from Calabar, really crisp run from him. and putting down a strong time as well.
He took the race from the start, got out really well, and just kept on going. Not the best technique, but the best athlete in this section.
Daniel Wright from Excelsior also having a good run. Got left, but composed through the event. Jaden Campbell, unlike the other Kingston College athletes we have seen, when he fell behind, didn't maintain his composure, completely lost it, started hitting hurdles left, right and center, and just couldn't regain his balance from there on. But Nelson clean enough all the way through for Calabar, and he takes the win. The record 14.04, jointly held by two Calabar athletes, David Thomas in 2019 and Shavon Carr in 2018. So not quite measuring up to that 14.04, but still a decent effort from Javon Nelson to win Section 1 of the Class 2 boys 110 hurdles.
So Section 2 is coming up. 4 athletes in this one. Jaden Johnson of Jamaica College is in lane 2. Richard Hall of Excelsior in lane 3. Zeka Braham of Calabar in lane 4. And Rajan Gray of Kingston College in lane number 5.
Rajan Gray is a talent, a real talent. Let's see how he steps up into Class 2. Remember, at Class 3 you're running 100 hurdles, and the height of the barrier is not as high as the Class 2 height. So let's see how he makes the adjustment up in class. But the class acts are usually able to do that, make the adjustment. There's Gray.
On your marks.
That's Johnson of JC in lane number 2. The aforementioned Rajan Gray. Rajan is back out of Kingston College in lane number 5.
Set.
Sent off. Zeka Braham with a brilliant start, trying to hold off Richard Hall of Excelsior, who's now fading on the outside. Is Rajan Gray, though, stamping his class and moving away from the field. Rajan Gray. Rajan Gray wins this one easily. 14.93 seconds, the flash time for the KC man.
Rajan Gray's pretty much sat in the blocks, watched everyone else get ahead of him. Just have a look at this, look at that. He pretty much gets left in the blocks, but he didn't get flustered at that stage. Composed himself, ensured that he was in good rhythm, and he knew once he did that, he would destroy the field, and that's exactly what he did.
Definitely, he stayed composed throughout that race. He looked really strong. It was a solid performance. Technically,
when he got left behind, he could easily have started rushing, but he didn't do that. Took his time. It was like Kenny Harrison at the World Championships when she hit the hurdle in the semi-final and composed herself and just took her time to come through the field and made it to the championship. Really smart running from Rajan Gray. But I told you, he's quite a talent. Well, then again, most of the KC hurdlers are.
Not the fastest time overall, obviously. It was a really conservative run in that second section.
Yeah, the Class 2 boys out the way, the Class 1 boys coming up. Shavon Carr, who jointly holds the Class 2 record, is in this lineup for Calabar. We're going to see a few athletes we've already seen today, so Tajay Francis of Kingston College will go in lane 8. He was in the triple jump final. Jerome Campbell of Calabar was in the high jump final. Charver Simmons of Excelsior was in the 400 hurdles final. Neil Matthew Sutherland of Jamaica College in the lineup as well will go in lane 2, a former Class 3 champion and record holder, not at the corporate area meet, but at boys and girls champs. So a decent field. The record is really special. The record is 13.46, and it was set by a special athlete. And if he is watching, good afternoon to Wayne Pinnock. Had a chat with him this morning. He said the National Stadium looks really good. And I was thinking, yeah, it looks good empty.
Let's go through the full lineup, shall we? Jerome Campbell of Calabar is in lane 1. Neen Matthew Sutherland of Jamaica College is in 2. Khalil Dillon of Kingston College in 3. In lane 4, Chavis Simmons of Excelsior. Lane 5 sees Atika Clark of Mona. Rajay Reed out of Excelsior is in lane 6. Siobhan Carr from Calabar in 7. And Tajay Francis out of Kingston College is in lane 8.
Would love to get Daniel's opinion on this. Just jumping quickly back to the Wayne Pinnock issue. Is he a long jumper or a sprint hurdler? Which do you think is his better event potentially?
That's a tough one.
I thought so.
I would think the people who see him at practice the most would really know what's going on there behind the scenes.
What a safe answer.
Stand behind the blocks.
But you prefer watching him doing?
I personally like to see him run the hurdles.
Okay.
That's all I was asking, you know. Like,
it depends on how you ask, Ricardo.
That's legit.
That's the key.
All I was asking.
On your marks.
But it's all right.
So the event on track, they won the Class 1, 110 meters hurdles for boys.
Call to their blocks
Lane
now.
1, Jerome Campbell, Calabar. Lane 2,
Stand up.
Captain Sutherland, Jamaica College. Lane 3, Khalil Dillon, Kingston College. Lane 4, Sharper Simmons, Excelsior. Lane 5, Mona. Lane 6, Rajay Reed, Excelsior.
So Campbell in 1, Sutherland in 2, Dillon in 3, Simmons in 4, Clark in 5, Reed in lane 6, Carr in 7, and Francis in lane 8.
Jerome Campbell is the fastest in the field this season at 13.88. Vashan Vasiana is the season leader, but his 13.23 that leads was a wind-assisted performance. But there is no doubt that Vasiana is the class act in Class 1. Guess where he is? Not San Diego anymore, Kingston College.
2 KC athletes in this one, 2 from Excelsior, 2 from Calabar.
Set.
Sent off. Dillon was left in his blocks. On the outside, Simmons. But on the inside, blazing away, Jerome Campbell. Can he hold off? All comers there on the inside. He's hit a hurdle and the second one, but his strength will put him through. Not sure if his teammate got second, but 13.78 seconds. The flash time out of lane 1. Jerome Campbell of Calabar.
Won the high jump earlier today. Told you he was the fastest in the field, still is the fastest in the field, and no qualifying heats for the 110 hurdles for Class 1 boys, so the lane draws would not, usually you see the best athletes in the middle of the track once you would have had qualifying rounds, but the random draws putting him in lane 1, but delivering from that lane. Shouldn't matter much, the lane, when you're running down a straight. High jump champion, now the 110 meter hurdles champion.
He didn't seem bothered by the lane 1 either.
Clipped a couple of hurdles on his way through to the finish line. But the key was to maintain his rhythm and form, which he did.
He sure did, Jerome Campbell. So Wayne Pinnock's record of 13.46 still intact.
So the 200 meters will come up in a few minutes' time, starting with the girls' class 4. Warm conditions here at the National Stadium as we transition from one event to the next. The 200 meters set to get underway in a few minutes' time. As the action continues here at the Covert Area Development Meet, of course, the Velocity Fest will take place a little bit later on, where you'll see the likes of Shelley and Fraser Price, Asafa Powell, Zarnell Hughes, Julian Fort, etc., etc. Some big names will be on show later on, and of course it's going to be live on your Home of Champions and on Scene TV. We're going to go for a quick break. When we return, we'll have more action for you from the National Stadium. welcome back to the National Stadium for the Corporate Area Development Meet and the Velocity Fest as well, as we are standing by for the 200 meters. And we're going to start off with Class 4 for girls. Zavi Harvey of Excelsior in 1, Nikita Clark of Excelsior in 2, Casey and Sewell of Wolmer's in 3, Tiana Marshall of Wolmer's in 4, Kedoya Linda of Immaculate in 5, Dwaynia Lewis of Merle Grove in 6, Michaela Doherty of Mona in 7, and Tamari Jarrett also of Mona in 8.
The silver medalist and the bronze medalist from the 100 meters in this final. Doherty of Mona won silver at 100. She's in 7. Sewell of Wolmer's won bronze. She's in 3.
Well, Sewell has had a good start, so too her teammate Tiana Marshall on the outside. Sewell trying to respond on the inside. Wolmer's with 1-2 at the moment. On the outside trying to close that gap is Doherty. She has some work to do. Tiana Marshall stepping away from the field now. Doherty trying to close the gap. Also Lewis, but it's going to be an easy win for Tiana Marshall of Wolmer's girls. Flash time 26.66 seconds.
26.66, the flash time rounded up to 26.
So she gets a double. She's the 70-meter hurdles champion as well.
That's Tiana Marshall Wolmer's, 26.89 per second to Doherty of Mona.
Tiana Marshall in lane number 4, representing Wolmer's. Strong curve. Came into the straight ahead of her teammate Sewell. Very good run by Michaela Doherty of Mona. Double silver for her here, having finished second in the 100 meters as well, finishing behind another Wolmer's athlete. This time it's Tiana Marshall. After East had beaten her in the 100, Natrice East had won the 100. Marshall wins the 200. Wolmer's winning both the 100 and 200 in Class 4. With this young lady, Tiana Marshall, winning gold in the 200.
Standing by for the Class 3 girls 200 meters. But before we go to that event, we have Angelique Grandison-Reed of Grace Foods. She's a Kitchens and Consumer Services Manager. And welcome, Angela.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Really
How are
good to
you?
be here. It's great to be here, as a matter of fact, in this new normal.
All right. Talk to me in terms of your sponsorship of the meet. What was the thinking behind it?
Okay, you know that Grace Kennedy, we have been the title sponsor of the ISA Boys and Girls Championships. And was really a no-brainer because we recognize the importance of the athletes in terms of nation building. And when we were approached, we did not hesitate. And once the government of Jamaica and the Ministry of Health, along with the other stakeholders, gave track and field the green light. And we know how track and field is a powerhouse, and in terms of those athletes who came and they conquered. And we said that it is indicative that Grace be here. It's important for Grace to be here because you know that athletes' nutrition, that's our forte, and the holistic development of the athletes. So we're here today in a big way to ensure that our athletes stay hydrated, because hydration is important. Their nutrition is important as well, because we want them to perform well on and off the track. So as I've said, that we have been in meets from 1975, sponsoring one of the founding sponsors of Gibson. So once you mention track and field and you mention sports and education, anything to do with nation building, Grace Kennedy is always there.
Disposables and supplies. Sports Development Foundation, Jamaica Biscuit Company, Digital Security Limited, Atlas Security, and Western Sports.
We're going to go to the Class 3 girls at 200 meters, Angela, and then we're going to come right back to you because the girls are standing behind their blocks for this event, including the 100 champion and the favorite as well for the 200 meters, Janae Armstrong of Immaculate, who goes in lane number 4.
Yep, she enters the final with the fastest time, 25.79 seconds. Let's see how she goes.
Set.
Armstrong in lane 4 has a good start on the outside. Tashay Faulkner of Alpha, but Armstrong, oh, she's strong. She runs the curve well. On the outside trying to catch her is Ferguson of Mona, but there's no catching this lady. Armstrong of Immaculate coming through, and it's a good win, commanding win, 25.93 seconds. Really, really good win. Janae Armstrong of Immaculate.
She is the class of the field. There is absolutely no doubt about it. Won the 100 meters earlier today in a nippy 12:45 in a minus 1.0 meters per second wind. Has that lean, almost as if she's trying to lean with the curve, and she transitions down the stretch, leans forward slightly and stretches away from the rest of the field. Really good run from Janae Armstrong. Won the double in class 4. Here she is winning it again in class 3, Janae Armstrong of Immaculate.
Really wonderful run, Janae Armstrong of Immaculate. And as we admire her performance, just want to get thoughts from Angela Grandison-Reed on what she thinks of the performances so far today.
I must say that the minute I stepped into the stadium, I felt like I was at a mini champs. The branding, even though there's no spectators, the athletes, I like their resilience and their determination. So I know we don't have any spectators, but the feeling is really one that is quite euphoric, and you should have been here. It's really, really awesome. And I can say we always put our money where our mouth is, and we're really pleased to be here today.
One quick question for you. What's it like by trackside?
Okay, as I've said, they are really adhering to the protocol, and our promoters are here with our hydration Catherine's Peak and our isotonic, ensuring that as soon as the athletes finish their race, they are observing all the protocols. So by trackside, as I said, that we don't have the spectators to spur them on, but I think that it's just the whole drive of the Jamaican people, the athletes, they want it, because you know that missing champs is like champs is a legacy. And missing champs last year, and they want it so much this year that they're all abiding by the protocols, and it's a feel good here at Stadium today.
All right, thank you very much, Angela Grandison-Reed, the Kitchens and Consumer Services Manager at Grace Foods. It was indeed our pleasure.
Michaela Gardner, the one to look forward to in lane number 4 from Wolmer's girls. She has some work to do on the outside. Michaela Coombs starting off really well from Excelsior. Now she's trying to make her move. Michaela Gardner, it's the battle between these two. Gardner now stepping away. Gardner making her mark. Will she be able to hold off her competitor? She will, and she does. It's a good win, 25.29 seconds for Michaela Gardner ahead of Michaela Coombs of Excelsior.
Michaela Coombs looking for the sprint double, won the 100 meters in 12:28. Michaela Gardner looking for her first gold medal, narrowly beaten in the 400 meters, but she's turned up here and gotten her revenge. Not over the same athlete, but at least from the same school. Very good performance from Michaela Gardner of Wolmer's.
Very strong run from her. She got out well, aggressive. And she had to chase down Coombs, and she did so. She made up her mind that she was going to win this one. And look at her. Determined run from Michaela Gardner.
Coombs may be a little bit surprised to win the 100 meters after Hazley of Immaculate stopped early in that race. She comes here, gives it her all in the 200 meters, but not enough to beat an even more determined Michaela Gardner of Wolmer's. Would have been extremely disappointed to be edged out in the 400 meters, but showing some resilience in returning to take the 200 gold medal.
From Wolmer's,
well, good afternoon and welcome to our viewers on SportsMax 2. We've been operating on Facebook and CNTV for the day so far. And as we welcome viewers to SportsMax 2, I guess we also say goodbye to viewers on the Facebook platform as we get ready for the 200 meters final for Class 1 girls. Crystal Slowly, the 100 champion from Campion College. She's in lane 3. She is to be watched. There were no heats for this event yesterday. Also in the lineup, Gabrielle Matthews has already won 2 individual medals for the Queen's School, the 100 hurdles gold and the 100 silver. She's much better at 200, but slowly looked so good at 100.
Set.
Slowly in lane 3. On the outside, Shante Murray has had a good shot. Gabrielle Matthews of the Queens starting off well. Crystal slowly now trying to respond on the inside, and she's stepping away from the field. She's really showing her class. The 100-meter champion as she aims to get the 200-meter goal, but the field is closing on her. Shante Murray of Wilmers on the outside. Can she hold her off? Oh, it's close. 24.97 seconds, the flat time, and possibly, well, did slowly get it just ahead of Murray.
I think she did, Crystal, slowly. Tremendous curve, showing the speed, her 100-meter speed, and dismantling the field off the curve. But it was always going to be difficult for her to hold on. Real super run from Murray to close the gap. You would expect that it would be Gabrielle Matthews who would get that close. But it's Murray. Oh, that is mighty close. It has been given to slowly, though, at 24.97. And Murray comes up short. Did well in the 100 as well, Murray. And she has the silver, 24.97, 24.98 for second. And Gabrielle Matthews now has the full set, gold, silver, and bronze, from the 100, 200, and the 100 hurdles. But there's the smile. Don't cover it. Not yet. Okay, she has to. We're in that time. But, oh, she heard me. Fabulous performance. I think she wanted the 100 meters. I think she would have expected to win the 100. But I think she also knew that it would have been difficult to win the 200. And the fact that she's done it must be a relief for her.
Definitely, you can see it in her face. She didn't expect it, but she put out a really good effort. She made use of her 100 speed in the first 100 meters of this 200 and held on for dear life to win it.
Held on for dear life indeed, as we skip across to the 200 meters for Class 4 boys. And this one a straight final as well. No qualifying heats from yesterday. Record 23.33 set in 2019 by Mark Anthony Miller on his way to the sprint double.
Lane 6, Jaheem Perkins, Calabar. Lane 7, Dashawn Salmon, Kingston College.
Yeah, Mark Anthony Miller has the record in both the Class 4 and the Class 3 of this event.
And he's going to be running in the Class 2 today.
Yeah.
The record there, though, is quite special.
It's a feat, isn't it?
21.60. It was set by a Calabar athlete, and you would probably take a little while to guess if you don't know, because you probably would guess Christopher Taylor, you probably would guess Michael Stevens or Tyreek Wilson, you probably would even guess a Michael O'Hara, but it's actually Dejua Russell who has the 200 record here at 21.60. But that's in Class 2, some way away. We're with the Class 4 boys. The full lineup: Jerome Nicholson of Excelsior, Demario Dixon of JC, Marley Robinson of Wilmers in 3, Antoine Daly of Excelsior in lane 4, Taja Neal Gordon of Kingston College in 5, Jaheem Perkins of Calabar in lane 6, Daishawn Salmon of Kingston College in 7, and Errol Gale of Calabar in lane number 8. Final of the Class 4 boys, 200 meters.
Set.
Away they go.
Off and running for the Class 4 200 meters.
Strong start coming from Taj Anil Gordon of Kingston College. He's in lane 5. His teammate also going strong, Daishawn Salmon in 7. They transition with a handy lead. Salmon coming on the outside of his teammate, and they go to the line together. Will be another Kingston College 1-2.
23.92.
Taj Anil Gordon gets there first ahead of Daishawn Salmon, 23.92 the time for Gordon. And the work done of the curve. And then it was pretty much about maintaining down the stretch.
Gordon got out early, really made use of his speed on the turn. KC 1-2 for this one. Taja Neal Gordon powering through, aggressive sprinting straight through.
So 23:92 the winning time for Gordon, 24:23 for his teammate at Kingston College 1-2. We've seen so many of those today. The class 3 boys 200 meters coming up. The 100 champion Nicardo Johnson of Kingston College is also in the field. He goes in lane 5. Raquel Reed of Calabar, the 400 silver medalist, as well as the 400 champion Robinson of JC. Away they go. Nicardo Johnson, Kingston College in lane 5, runs a pass curve. Transitions down the stretch with the lead. Amari Robinson goes after him now, the 400 champion. Robinson challenging Nicardo Johnson. Johnson shrugs off the challenge and wins the 100-200 double. 23.12 seconds, adjusted now to 23.13. Nicardo Johnson challenged by Amari Robinson of Jamaica College, but maintaining his focus and holding him off to win. Super start, setting up the race.
This is that competitiveness that you talk about. Johnson coming off the curve in front, and Robinson really not letting him go so easily. Put on a challenge, but it wasn't enough to catch him back. Nicardo Johnson really fighting his way to the end and getting and securing that victory for KC in the class 3 boys 200 meters.
Amazing. Nicardo Johnson, 100, 200 sprint hurdles. He's going to be an asset for Kingston College for a long time to come.
Stand behind the blocks.
Next event of the class 200 meters for boys. We record 21.60 seconds set.
Moving along now to the class 2 boys 200 meters final. The full lineup: Raheem Walker of Excelsior in 1. Lane 2, the 100 champion Damore Miller of Excelsior. Lane 3, Monterey Kingston College. Mark Anthony Miller, Jamaica College, goes in 4. Mark Manley Calabar 5. Hector Benjamin of Jamaica College in 6. Jordan Mount of Kingston College 7. And Ronaldo Reed of Calabar in lane 8. No Walker of Excelsior in 1. Away they go. Class 2 boys 200 final. Tremendous start for a Monterey of Kingston College. Ray runs a good curve, as does Mark Manley of Calabar. Work for Mark Anthony Miller to do the 400 champion. He starts to pull through the field now. Manley is holding off Mark Anthony Miller, but Miller inches ahead and gets there first in 22.07. Well, that was not easy, was it? That was extremely difficult for Mark Anthony Miller, but he slept for the first 100 meters. And then with about 60 meters to go, realized that he needed to get going. And the 400 strength kicked in, and he got there first. Here's another look at it. A Monterey with the fast start for KC.
No, I'm still shocked. Like, wow. He was all the way behind Mark Anthony Miller. I did not expect such a strong finish, such a strong comeback. Speaks to the talent that he is. Mark Manley of Calabar got off the curve in front and looked like he was about to take it, but not if Mark Anthony Miller had something to do with it, and he did.
He certainly did. Probably also speaks to the type of work he's been doing probably more geared towards the 400 meters because he took forever to get going there in that 200 meters. But he's gotten the gold medal, and that is all that matters at this stage. Class 1 boys 200 final to come. So Mark Anthony Miller 22.07, Mark Mandy of Calabar 22.17, and Monterey of Kingston College 22.39 taking the bronze medal, minus 2.5 meters per second the wind speed for that class 2 boys 200 meters. The 100 champion Demore Miller finishing in 5th position at 22.62. Class 1 boys coming up next in the 200 meters. The 100 champion Zidane Brown not doing the 200 here, but Kingston College's Boagi and Krumah will be there. He's scheduled to run in lane 3, as will be Adrian Carr. Also of Kingston College, Andre Bent, the William Knibb transfer to Jamaica College, in that lineup as well. And the boys taking the track for the 200 final. And Krumah Boagi, Kingston College, quite a talent. Former Class 3 champion at 100 meters. Did lose the 200 to Adrian Carr though, who is in this lineup. Boagi can also long jump. Let's go through the full lineup for the Class 1 boys 200 final. Shamar Willis of Pepin will go in lane 1. The former Class 3 100 medalist. Jelani Gordon of Wilmers will be in lane 2. And Krumah Boagi, Kingston College, lane 3. The fastest qualifier, Justin Emmanuel of Pepin, will run out of lane 4. 21:60 is his time coming into this final. Lane 5, Andre Bent of Jamaica College, Adrian Carr. Kingston College goes in 6. Rubel Campbell of Excelsior in 7, and Rickon Graham of Wilmers in 8. There's the fastest qualifier coming into this final, Justin Emmanuel of Pepin.
It would be great if Justin Emmanuel could get that win for Pepin.
Their first ever gold medal at Champs, won by Tiffany James in the 400 meters, won the double that year, 400, 800, Class 3. Justin Emmanuel 4th in the 100 final, so he would want to get in the medals here. 20.72 the record set by Christopher Taylor, 2017. Boagi and Krumah not quite ready.
Come on, brother. Do your adjustment quickly, man. Do your adjustment quickly and let's go, man.
And the song will have to go again. There's Boagi and Krumah. Quite a talent. Had long jump and 200 qualifying yesterday. This is his first run of this final day. Justin Emmanuel, sure won't be intimidated, but he wants to get in the medals. There's the showman, Mr. Entertainer, Boagi and Krumah. Let's see what he does here. Can Emmanuel pull off the victory in 4?
Set.
Set up. They'll have to go again. Now, will all of them go again, or will we lose one?
Let's wait and see what card the officials draw.
This could be interesting.
Lane 3 reaction too much too quick here. Wait on the gun. The gun start the race, not before.
Donald did speak about the leniency of the officials today.
On your marks.
And another example for the favorite.
Well, at least they're consistent.
I think that's actually the most important thing, that you remain consistent. And Kroom is still there. He's in lane 3. Away they go. And Kroom got up quickly. Already closes down on Emmanuel, who pulls up. Bent is also running well for Jamaica College. Emmanuel is down and out. Bent and Bouagie and Kroom down the stretch. Bent, Bouagie and Kroom wins it in 21.85. The fastest man coming in, not getting past the 50-meter mark. And Bouagie and Kroom, as many would have expected, I think, coming through to take the gold medal. But it wasn't easy. He had to dig deep, but that he did.
He got a quick start out the blocks. There he is. Gained quickly on Emmanuel, who pulled up. Continued to clear the curve in front and just dug deep. Held off the challenge from Bent of Jamaica College to win the Class 1 boys 200 meter. And Nkrumah Bouagie of Kingston College.
Just having a look to his left, a look to his right. Always showtime when Bouagie and Nkrumah steps on track.
His headband there saying one chop.
Have any idea what that means?
I do not.
Well, Justin Emmanuel felt something. And, well, he's walking away from the scene. And I hope it's not a hamstring damage, injury that he has suffered.
He is going to be extremely disappointed, Justin Emmanuel, because he came in here in good form, looked good in qualifying yesterday. 10.95 in qualifying for the 100. Finished outside the medals in 4th position. Comes in here as the fastest qualifier at 200 meters. Almost certain to get a medal, I think, if he could complete that race, and then ends up being unable to complete it because of injury. So he will walk away extremely disappointed, but at least he is able to walk away.
Standing by for the 800 meters for Class 3 girls. The meet record set in 2017 by Shantae Chamberlain, 2 minutes 17.197. The competitors.
Okay, we're now joined by Davey Williamson,
Valencia Henry,
sponsorship
Alpha.
and PR
Michelle
executive at
Rios, Woman.
BCIC, as
Najama
we
Seymour,
welcome her to our
Excelsior. Michaela
broadcast.
Scarlett, Woolman's.
And again, the first
Brianna Gale,
question
St. Andrew.
as to why
Jordan Roberts,
BCIC decided to come on
Woolman's.
board for
KCB,
these
Fulham,
corporate area
Alpha.
champs. What was the thinking?
Suede
Okay, so
Lawrence,
BCIC has
Moreland,
been a
and
sponsor of the
Dimitri
Corporate Area Development Meet for the past 3
Gilbert.
years. We were actually introduced to this initiative by the Anthric Sports Management, and once we were introduced to it, we came on board by sponsoring public liability insurance coverage valued at 5 million Jamaican dollars and also cash sponsorship. We saw a tremendous value and advantage in sponsoring this event because it is particularly aligned with our corporate social responsibility vision to help promote youth development through sports and education. So we're very excited about this partnership.
And based on the action that you've seen so far, well, today in particular, obviously you think that your money has been well spent.
Definitely, definitely. I mean, we're happy to be on board. And in addition to the action that I've seen so far, I've also seen where, you know, the different sanitization and COVID protocols have been in place and implemented. And, you know, we're very happy about that. We're very happy that the athletic fraternity has gotten, you know, the go-ahead to have these events. We're very excited and happy about that.
And which school are you cheering for?
Well, I'd say St. Andrew High School for girls, my alma mater. I'm not seen them yet, but I'm always cheering for them.
Well, stand by because I think you're about to win a gold medal.
Oh,
So watch
awesome.
closely.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much, Davey Williamson. There is Rihanna Gale from St. Andrew High School for girls as we get ready for the 800 meters class 3. Won the 1500 meters yesterday, Rihanna Gale. And she comes in here as the favorite for the 800 meters. She starts in lane 5. From the inside, Halnissia Henry of Alpha, Najada Seymour of Excelsior, as they are sent on their way. 2 from Wilma's, Michaela Scarlett and Jordan Roberts. As Gail goes out hard in this 800 meters for class 3 girls, and she will go to the front alongside Jordan Roberts of Wilma's. 2 from Alpha in the field as well, Halnissia Henry and Cassidy Fuller. But Rihanna Gale goes to the front in the 800 for class 3 girls.
They're tightly bunched at the front. Gale beginning to separate herself within the top 3.
She's also a national swimmer, Rihanna Gale, and I give you a story. Apparently, each day after track and field training, she then goes to swimming training, or she has swimming training in the morning and then track and field. She won the 1500 meters yesterday, and at the end of that, she promptly left the National Stadium East Field to head to swim training.
Wow.
And here she is back today now for the 800 meters final and leading the way.
Well, that explains why she's so strong.
Oh, she sure is looking strong, looking for the 800, 1500 double. And she's already in control of the race, well ahead of the rest of the field, Rihanna Gale. Although Roberts of Wilma's just looking to gain on her with 300 meters to run. So the race not quite over, still a long way to go, but Gale with the lead and starting to step up the pace as well as they hit 200 meters to go.
Yes, she looks pretty comfortable and she's extending slowly but surely.
Yeah, she's starting to open up the gap again. Rihanna Gale has a little look behind her, ensuring that she is in control of the event. Gale about to turn for home, which she does.
Roberts of Wolmer's trying to make a move. She is closing.
She has closed, but has she closed enough? I don't think so. Rihanna Gale stepping away again. Every time Roberts tried to get closer, Rihanna Gale stepped up the tempo and she cruises home in 2:36.66. Well, she dominated that from the start, and Davey Williamson from PCIC must be extremely pleased to see that. A gold medal for St. Andrew High School right on cue.
Definitely, I would say it was a well-timed interview.
2:36.72, the winning time for Rihanna Gale. 2:40.98 for Roberts in second position.
There she is, Rihanna Gale. Really took control of this race from the start. Separated herself surely, steadily. Maintained composure. It was an easy win for her. Nice and strong. You see that swimming strength coming through.
Well, she's probably going to head to swim training now.
Well, I know one person in the stadium is happy.
And a solid run for Jordan Roberts of Wolmer's to get the silver medal here.
Figured you wouldn't miss the Wolmer's performance.
Not at all.
Rihanna Gale, though, is the class of the girls' class 3 800 meters field. She wins the double, having taken the 1500 meters at the Stadium East field on day 1. She returns on day number 2 to snatch the 800 meters. The class 2 girls 800 coming up next on track. The lineup: Deshani Douglas of Excelsior, Connie McDermott of Merlegrove, Ashanti Brown of the Queen's School, Shaniel Johnson of Excelsior, Jamelia McCarthy of Wilmers, and Crystal Coke, the 1500 and the steeplechase champion of the Queen's School, also in the 800 meters field. McDermott of Merlegrove right up there. Crystal Coke of the Queen's School joining her teammate Ashanti Brown. So Brown with the lead. Coke right there as well. On the inside, Connie McDermott of Merlegrove. Sitting in close as well from Wilmers is Jamelia McCarthy. 2 from Excelsior in the field, Deshanique Douglas and Shaniel Johnson. So the Queen's girls go 1-2 early.
So they're just about separating themselves from the rest of the pack now. Crystal Coke looking like she's waiting for the right time to step in front. Still Ashanti Brown, her teammate in front.
Yeah, they finished 1-2 in the 1500 meters with Coke winning ahead of Brown, and they're looking to do the same here at 800 meters.
I think Ashanti Brown wants to turn the tables on her teammates in this event.
I'm sure she does, and she's still holding on to the lead, trying to stretch that down the back stretch. The rest left back at this stage. Queens 1 and 2, and I think Crystal Coke has seen enough. She makes a big move down the back stretch, goes to the front. Ashanti Brown left further back, but the Queens girls still holding the top 2 positions, and they will score some big points here in the class 2 girls 800 meters. The race is not quite yet over for where the gold medal will go. As Coke has a look at her teammate Ashanti Brown, they're really fighting for this gold medal. And Brown kicks down the stretch. Does Coke have enough left? They're in trouble as well of losing that top 2. Although Coke finds another gear, it's going to be Brown to win the gold medal for the Queen's School. It's going to be a battle on for second. Coke shows determination to hold on. 2:34.63. Brown turns it around from the 1500 meters, but it's still 1-2 for the Queen's School.
Impressive finish there from Ashanti Brown to take that victory over her teammate, Crystal Coke.
Without a doubt, of course, the top athletes in the 800 meters are 2:20 and better this season.
There she is, Ashanti Brown. You could tell she came out here to win. She really wanted to turn the tables, and she finally did in this event.
Well, they both have a gold medal. Well, Crystal has 2, but Ashanti gets hers.
A well-deserved win, strong finish there for Ashanti Brown of the Queen's School.
And we're just getting some information coming through that the 3,000 meters and the 5,000 meters will be held by the Stadium East field, so we will not get an opportunity to see those races. So after the 800 meters, we will go into the relays as we get ready for the Class 1 girls 800 meters final. Away they go, Damali Dobson of Mergrove, Nastasia Facey of the Queen's School, Gabriella Gordon of Excelsior, Samantha Morrison of St. Andrew, Teola Harvey of Excelsior, Chanel Sims of the Queen's School, and Ruth Ann Chambers of St. Andrew. Dobson of Mergrove challenging the 2 Queen's girls, led by the tall one, Nastasia Facey, who has won gold medals here at the Corporate Area Championships, but she did it for Camperdown, and now looking to do the same for the Queen's School as well. Well, actually, she's won for both the Queen's School and Camperdown, and she takes the lead in this 800 meters with her teammate sitting in 3rd position. That's Chanel Sims, and Dobson of Mergrove in 2nd. 800 final for Class 1 girls.
Excelsior has appeared further back. So this is the bell lap now, and it's Facey. Dobson now takes charge with 1 lap to go. And she's looking for a goal.
So that's Dobson of Mergrove now in the lead.
Yes, Nastasia Facey won the 1500 yesterday ahead of Chanel Sims, but can't they deny Damali Dobson of Mergrove? Her coach Roxine Salmon knows how to run the 800 meters. This was her event when she was at St. Hugh's, and Dobson is starting to pull away from Facey and Sims. This could be a massive moment for Mergrove at the Corporate Area Championships. 200 meters to run, and the lead is 10-15 meters for Damali Dobson of Mergrove.
And it doesn't look like Facey has anything to come back to.
I don't think she does. Wherever Roxine Salmon is right now, she is smiling for sure as they turn for home. It's Damali Dobson of Mergrove ahead of Nastasia Facey and Chanel Sims of the Queen's School. The 1500 champion and the 1500 silver medalist relegated to 2nd and 3rd here by Damali Dobson of Mergrove, who runs home to win the Class 2 girls, the Class 1 girls 800 meters, and it's a nippy time as well, 2:22.90. Brave effort from Damali Dobson of Mergrove.
Definitely, and she looked good finishing. She finished really strong and smooth, unchallenged.
2:22.97. The Queen's girls like to go out quickly, and they did just that. Dobson wanted a piece of the lead early, kept the pace honest, and then she took over right after the first 400 meters, and there was no catching her after that.
There she is, maintaining her composure all the way through. Damali Dobson of Mergrove is your winner in the Class 1 girls 800 meters.
Boys action coming up in the 800 meters, starting with the Class 3 boys event. Tyrone Lawson of Jamaica College, who starts from lane number 2, won the 1500 meters on day 1. Going out quickly is Mikhail Williams of Kingston College. There is Williams of Kingston College. He goes to the front. Lawson of Jamaica College in 2nd position. His teammate Rashid Price in 3rd. Johnson of Calabar in there as well. Two from Calabar, Rashawn Johnson, a medalist at 1500 yesterday, and Justin Webb. But Kingston College, Jamaica College, this is a straight final, did tough qualifying yesterday. Tyrone Lawson of JC. Williams of Kingston College in second. Johnson of Calabar steps forward as well into third position.
Has the man, looks to be Justin Webb, traveling well.
Down the back stretch they go, and the 1500 champion turns up the heat in the 800 meters. Mikhail Williams of Kingston College, Johnson of Calabar trying to keep pace. But like he did in the 1500 meters, Tyrone Lawson is turning it on in the 800. The chase is on now. Mikhail Williams is there for Kingston College. Also from Jamaica College is Rashid Price. JC looking for a 1-2 finish. Tyrone Lawson searching for the double. Tyrone Lawson will get the double in the 1500 meters, in the 8:15 double, 2:01.54. Oh, that's fast. That is really fast. He was impressive at 1500 meters. He's even more impressive in the 800 meters. What a performance. 2:01.53 for Tyrone Lawson of Jamaica College.
I think that may be a record.
It certainly is a record in the Class 3 boys 800 meters. Jacqueline Koch of KC ran 2:02.13 in 2019. And now Tyrone Lawson has bettered that in 2021. What a performance.
And this is one of the events that JC has a lot of depth in. So I expected Tyrone Lawson to come through, and his teammate, Rashid Price, pulling through in the last 50 meters or so to get the silver medal was really impressive also.
This is where Jamaica College will make their move. A 1-2 finish in the Class 3 boys 1500 meters. The Class 2 boys are coming up. We'll give you the full field. Jacqueline Koch, he's just seen his record go. Amari Brown of Wilmers, Kamaria Bygrave JC, Rajay Thomas Calabar, Joshua Hyde Wilmers, Rashida Morrison Calabar, Siobhan Wardlow Kingston College, Seth Hudson Mavis Bank, Alexander Wright Mona, and Candale Frew of Jamaica College. 10 of them going in this 800 meters for Class 2 boys. And if you realize teammates are running in the same lanes here to start. Rashida Morrison of Calabar goes to the front. Wardlow of Kingston College now takes over. Stepping up as well from Mavis Bank is Seth Hudson. The field tightly bunched with the Jamaica College boys trying to make a move, led by Kamaria Bygrave. He goes to the front. Candale Frew close there as well. One thing I can tell you, these boys have grown over the last year.
Again, you really have to just pay attention when you see the JC boys, KC right there. This is one of their stronger events, and we're looking to see a fine matchup between KC and Jamaica College in the 800 meters.
Jaquan Koch of Kingston College has moved into 4th position. He's just lost his Class 3 record. Frew and Bygrave for Jamaica College. They are pushing the pace down the backstretch. Wardlow and Koch for Kingston College going in pursuit. This is how it has been all day. Kingston College, Jamaica College. Kingston College dominating the hurdles. Jamaica College looking to do just that in the middle distance events. Bygrave and Frew in the 800. Jacqueline Koch loves to finish fast. Remember his stunning finish in Class 3 to win at Champs, but not today. It's going to be a 1-2 for Jamaica College. Kamaria Bygrave and Candale Frew. JC with another 1-2, 155.63. to win the Class 2 boys 800 meters. The record of 1:52.15 by Jovan Blake is special. Well, JC on a roll now.
Definitely, this is what we were talking about, the depth that they have in the middle distances. Bygrave and Frew of Jamaica College running close, running from the front and maintaining that and separating themselves in the end to have a clear victory, clear 1-2 over Kingston College.
Coach Dwayne Johnson doing a fine job with these boys. And they turn up and deliver. The Class 1 boys 800 meters will be next on track. The athletes not quite there yet, so it gives us a second or two to catch a breather. And the 800 Class 1 boys will be a good one as well. The full field, Raheem Richards of Kingston College, Jovan Blake, the 1500 champion, Jamaica College, Rivaldo Marshall, second in the 2000 steeplechase earlier today, Calabar, Devontae Montague, Excelsior, David Martin, the former Class 3 champion when he was at Stetson at Calabar, Thomas Pearson of Stats, Giovanni Henry, medalist at 1500 yesterday, Kingston College, Omarion Davis, Jamaica College, Sequan McLaren, Campion College, Jahari Taylor of Wilmers, and Gregory Williams of Excelsior. 11 athletes set to go in this 800 meters for Class 1 boys. Giovanni Henry of Kingston College there with Raheem Richards. .800 final, Class 1 boys. Jovan Blake has the fastest time this season at 1:51.40. He's the favorite from Jamaica College. Away they go.
So on track event 21, the Class 1 boys 800 meters final.
Blake likes to go out quickly, but he's gone out relatively slowly here. And from the Gregory Williams of Excelsior has gone out really fast, out of your shot at the moment. So now Jovan Blake slips into that second position and goes to work with Omarion Davis. Giovanni Henry stepping up as well, so too David Martin of Calabar. So the favourite starting to step forward in this 800 for Class 1 boys as the pace quickens.
Definitely Giovanni Henry would want to stay close to Blake as he did yesterday in the 1500 meters. He doesn't want the same results, so he'll be staying close and putting himself into a position to make a move.
55.5 seconds for the first 400 meters. Jovan Blake with the lead. He knows that Giovanni Henry is extremely dangerous. He outlasted him at 1500 meters yesterday, but can he do it at 800 meters? Henry makes his move. Omarion Davis still holding that third position for Jamaica College. Jovan Blake though still holding strong, and he goes for his kick now. Under 200 meters to run. And Jovan Blake takes charge of the race. I don't think Giovanni Henry has anything left. Omarion Davis is dangerous to points to give Jamaica College a 1-2 here as well. Down the stretch they come. Rivaldo Marshall finishes fast for Calabar, but it's Jovan Blake who demoralizes the field in the 800 for Class 1 boys and runs the fastest time this season. He breaks 1:51. This boy is special. He's been special from Class 2, and here he is with a 1:50.87 clocking to win the Class 1 boys 800 meters. Devastating performance And had it not been for Kimar Farkison's record at 1:49.79, then this might have been a record. What a performance from Jovan Blake.
Solid run from Blake indeed. He didn't get out the best. Sat early and made his move, started to pick it up in the second half of the first lap.
As a glance at the clock, Jovan Blake from Waterhouse, a Shellyan Fraser Prize Pocket Rocket Scholarship recipient, and a champion again at the corporate area meet.
Double champion.
Fabulous performance. Rivaldo Marshall of Calabar ran pretty well, belatedly found himself in second position.
So 150.87 seconds for Javon Blake.
150.87 for Blake. 153.86 for Marshall in second. And Omarion Davis of Jamaica College finishing in third position.
Elon Parkinson is PR and Communications Manager for Digicel. He joins us on our broadcast. It's been a minute, Elon. Where have you been this past year?
Well, it's been more than a minute, but it's so good to be back. And, you know, this demonstrates the resilience of our track and field athletes, or administrators, or planners, and of course our sponsors getting involved.
It's good to see the students athletes smiling though. It's good to see the student athletes smiling though, being back on the track.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you come out here and you detect the enthusiasm and the energy being so high, especially after such fairly long hiatus. So you really have to, you know, give it to them and say, look, it is worthy of us to support in this way.
And of course, Digicel is proud to be a part of the proceedings here at the Corporate Area Champs.
Oh, absolutely. You know, you're talking about a long-standing support for youth athletics and its development over the years. And, you know, rain or shine, coronavirus or not, we're here still standing by our young athletes as they show up and show out for their schools. You know, it's a very small start relative to what we're used to, but we're very much encouraged by what we're seeing today.
All right, Helen, thanks very much as we prepare now for the 4x100 meters relays. Elon Parkinson, of course, PR and Communications Manager at Digicel, joining us.
And it's great to see Digicel continuing to support these initiatives. Tough times for everybody.
Yeah.
Class 4 girls 4x100 final coming up. Seven teams set for this one. Alpha in lane 1, Wolmer's lane 2, Campion 3, the Queen's School 4, Excelsior 5, Gainstead 6, Merrill Grove 7. Wolmer's will be dangerous in both classes 4 and 3.
So the Class 4 girls 4x100 meters. Got word that the 3,000 meters steeplechase, as well as the 5,000 meters, will be run over the National Stadium East field. So they're doing their best to make up the time, because they were really behind schedule.
Wolmer's, they have the 100 champion in Latrice East, they have the 100 bronze medalist, and they also have the 200 champion in Tiana Marshall. So 3 girls who were medalists across the 100 and 200 meters on this Wolmer's team. very difficult to see them losing this Class 4 4x100 final. All being equal, and the baton gets around.
That's right. They have 3 exchanges to make to get around the track, so need to get that done first safely.
Did you run 4x1 for Wilmers?
I most certainly did.
Not bad for a quarter miler.
Not bad at all. And
you ran second leg, didn't you?
I did, and I also ran second leg for the University of Texas. Remember that.
You were hard to miss on the second leg for Wilmers.
Lane 3, Campion College. Lane 4, the Queen School. Lane 5, Excelsior.
Wilmers girls will run out of lane 2.
And in lane 7, Merle Grove. Box 1, copy. Box 2, box 3, box 1. Go again, lane 1 is Alpha. Lane 2 is Wilmers. Lane 3, Campion
Just to go through the
College.
lineup again, Alpha in 1, Wilmers girls in 2, Campion College in 3, the Queen School in 4, Excelsior High in 5, Kingston in 6, and Merle Grove in lane number 7.
You copy that now? Box 1, are you ready? Mr. Startle, yes, over to you.
Lane 8, can you hear me? On your marks.
Will Wilmers live up to their favorite start?
So
in lane 2, after a really good start. The Queen School in lane 4 also there, but Wilmers with a brilliant start. In lane number 2, they hand over first. Excelsior really struggling along the back straight. They may be in some trouble there, but Wilmers, they don't care at the moment. They're in the lead, and comfortably so. The Queens trying to close that gap on the outside as well. Merle Grove, as you take a look at the second changeover, Wilmers in front. On the outside, Merle Grove in second spot at the moment. The battle between these two. Queens trying to get back into the thick of things, but Wilmers coming through, pulling away, dominant in the Class 4 girls 4x1. They have no equals in this event. Look at them go, running away and crossing the line. 49.79 seconds of flash time. Wonderful run by Wilmers girls.
Just to see how they could lose this Class 4 girls 4x100 with the type of quality that they showed at 100 and 200 meters. The truth is, from the very first few steps, it was never in doubt they were going on to win this.
Definitely impressive run from the Woolmerians. Clean exchanges all the way around. Impressive job technically, and raw foot speed as well. Good sprinting for the 4x1. For the Wilmers girls in the 4x100 here in Class 4.
49.81 the winning time. Let's have another look at it. Out of shot at the moment, Wilmers, but they quickly come into your shot.
Leading from the start. There we have their first exchange. No problems for Wilmers. Excelsior in the middle. And Merle Grove out in lane 7 ran a good race as well.
Yeah, East on the third leg, the 100 champion for the Wilmers team, and she just putting them into an even better position. And I think this is Sewell on anchor.
Another clean exchange for them there.
Michael
Carr, exactly. I know Mr. Carr must be proud.
Yeah, Michael Carr has been doing this for a long time.
So on track now is the Class 3 girls 4x100
as
meters
the Wilmers girls sprint away to gold in Class 4 for the 4x100.
Lane 3, Excelsior. Lane 4, Mona. Lane 5, St. Andrew High.
Time now for the Class 2 girls 4x1.
Lane 7, Immaculate. And in lane 8, the Queen
for Class 3 girls 4x1. Kingston in 1, Alpha in 2, Excelsior in 3, Mona in 4, St. Andrew High in 5, Wilmers girls in 6, Immaculate in 7, and the Queen School in lane number 8.
On your marks.
Confirmation of the results in the Class 4 girls. Wilmers winning ahead of Merle Grove and the Queen School.
Set.
So a clean start here again, class 3 girls 4x1s. Immaculate
Eyes on the outside, Immaculate going on really well in lane number 7. I suspect that they will hand over first. Excelsior is also there on the inside. Wolmer's, keep your eyes on them. St. Andrew High in some trouble. Or is it Immaculate rather in some trouble? Or Queens dropped out. Wolmer's girls is there. On the outside, Immaculate. Excelsior still in it, trying to close that gap. Here's the final changeover. Excelsior just in front. No, on the outside. Immaculate stepping away now and winning this one. 48.83 seconds for Immaculate in the Class 3 girls 4x1.
They had the Super Class 4 team a couple of seasons ago, and now they have the top Class 3 team. Wilma's favourites in Class 4, Immaculate favourites in Class 3. Watch the second leg, because that's where the 100-200 champion Janae Armstrong was, and she set up the race brilliantly for the Immaculate team to come home in 48.84.
They really had a good start as well. Their first leg runner did make the first exchange, so she handed over to Armstrong in a pretty good position. It was a clean exchange as well. Wolmer's was there, but didn't get a good exchange on the upcoming exchange. We're going to see that. Not bad, actually.
Yeah, real sweet exchange for the Immaculate team, though. And then a sparkling anchor leg run, taking them home in the Class 3 girls 4x100.
Kudos to the anchor leg runner as well, because she held off the challenge from Excelsior, so that was impressive. Solid team effort there from the Immaculate girls.
So Wolmer's 1, Immaculate 1.
Immaculate winning in 48.84 seconds. Excelsior second, 49.86. Alpha Academy third, 50.63. It's time now for Class 2. Well, not yet, but in a few minutes' time, 6 teams will line up for the Class 2 girls 4x1. Now overcast conditions here at the National Stadium, a little bit cooler as we're in the final stage of this corporate development meet. Of course, right after this is the Velocity Fest for seniors. A lot of cloud cover over the area now. I'm sure the athletes wouldn't mind this. The batons being sanitized before they're handed over to the first leg runners. All part of the protocols for this meet.
And thankfully alcohol dries quickly, or else we'll have seen a lot of baton slippages.
The Class 2 event should be quite open, whereas we had clear favourites in Classes 4 and 3. No clear favourite here in Class 2. Immaculate will feel they have a chance. Wilma's have Michaela Gardner in this class.
And Excelsior is right there as well.
Very much so. They have Michaela Coombs, the 100 champion, in their lineup as well. I just wonder though if the depth of Immaculate might just be enough to take them through. But it's a tough call, this one. Immaculate in Class 2, they have Chanel Honeywell. They also have Gabrielle Lynn in this class as well. Michaela Hazley did get hurt in the 100 meters, so that may impact their chances a little bit if she is not there, and I doubt she is.
Box 1. Box 2.
So Excelsior is in lane 2, Immaculate in 3, Woolmer's Girls in 4, the Queen's School in 5, St Andrew in 6, and Merle Grove in lane number 7.
Box 1 again.
This is Class 2. The record 46.56 seconds set 2 years ago by Excelsior High.
This is the start.
On your marks. Set.
So away they go then.
Clean start. Immaculate with a good start on the inside, so to Excelsior. The Queen's School in lane number 5 may just hand over first. Immaculate is right there. Excelsior trying to keep close. Woolmer's doing really well along that back stretch. Woolmer's hand over first. Immaculate is there. Excelsior trying to close on the inside in the yellow and black. Immaculate in the white and blue. With the lead now in second. Excelsior having a little bit of mix-up, but the changeover is made. Can Excelsior hold off Immaculate and Woolmer's? It's going to be close. Immaculate coming through, storming through to win this one. 47.95 seconds of flash time for Immaculate High.
The depth of Immaculate and the quality anchor leg run from Gabrielle Lynn takes them to the gold medal. I felt that they just had enough in terms of overall quality to pull them through when it mattered most in this 4x100, and that is exactly what happened. 48.63 looked coming into the anchor leg they might be in a spot of bother, but Gabrielle Lynn was fast and won it quite comfortably at the end.
Impressive finish there for Gabriella Lynn of Immaculate. That was a smooth run.
Watch the second leg. Michaela Gardner-Woolmer, she puts her team in a position to challenge for the gold medal with a storming second leg run. She goes by everybody, hands over alongside Immaculate, but Woolmer's not having enough after that to win.
And Excelsior really have a really great third leg runner, but Immaculate anchor leg runner Gabriella Lynn, really class act. That was fine sprinting from her to take her team home.
Yeah, might have been the 100 champion on the third leg. Indeed, it was the 100 champion on the third leg for the Excelsior team. But again, the overall quality of Immaculate, Michaela Coombs with that storming third leg for Excelsior, but unable to hold on.
Immaculate winning in 48.63 seconds, Excelsior second 48.98, and Woolmer's in third 49.04.
Box 1, are we ready? Is that a go? Box 2 and box 3. Let's just start.
Just 3 in this one. The Queens in 2, Woolmer's Girls in 4, St Andrew in 6.
On your marks.
No pressure here.
Set.
I'll favor the Queens.
So let's see who will be.
Well, the Queens out of lane 2 with a really good start in this first leg. They'll hand over first. How will the other two schools respond? St Andrew on the outside, but Queens still in front. Woolmer's trying to close that gap. Queens will hand over first. Queens in front. Woolmers may be in second. On the outside, St. Andrew. Woolmers trying to close that gap. The Queens in front. They'll hand over first. Again, into the straightaway. They come. And the Queens running away with this one. It's easy for them in the Class 1 girls 4x1, and they'll come through to win this one. The Queens rule 48.17 seconds.
Well, that's 4 for 4 in the relays. Gabrielle Matthews, gold, silver and bronze at 100, 200 and the sprint hurdles. Gold in the sprint hurdles, silver at 100, bronze at 200. Now wins another gold medal on anchor in the 4x100. Great start by the Queen's School. They get out well. St. Andrew on the outside starting well too. On the second leg, Queens having Donnell Hartley, the 400 silver medalist, and I think she gives them the lead out of this leg. Then on the third leg, Silette Gray, their 400 hurdles silver medalist, and she holds the advantage on that third leg. And they knew that once Gabrielle Matthews got the baton close to anybody else, that the Queen's School would have won gold.
Certainly, it was always all about Queens from the start, and Gabriella Matthews delivered an impressive final leg for them as well.
Medal number 4 for Gabrielle Matthews. 2 gold medals, 1 silver, 1 bronze.
The Queen's School 48.18 seconds. Woolmers in second 50.01. St. Andrew in third 52.45 seconds. The boys will now be in action, starting with Class 4.
Lane 3, Jamaica College. Lane 4, Kingston College.
The Jamaica College, Kingston College battle renewed here.
Yep. JC in lane 3, KC in 4, Calabar in 5, Woolmers in lane number 6.
Kingston College dominated in the hurdles, in the hundreds as well. Jamaica College dictating the middle distance races. Let's see how the relays will go.
Don't see Excelsior, don't see Mona.
Box 3.
KC might just have the edge in this Class 4 boys 4x100 meters.
Tend to agree with you. No qualifying races in these relay events. And you see mostly the big schools in the corporate area turning up. Just 4 of them in Class 4. Gets better as you go up in the classes, at least we hope.
As Ricardo said, the battle continues between KC and JC, these corporate area champs.
On your marks.
Kingston College should have the 100 champion, Siobhan Brown. They also have the 100 silver medalist in Daishon Salmon.
Set.
Off and running for the
Sent
Class
off.
4x100 meters.
JC,
Getting up well there, looks to be the team from
KC in the lead. They'll hand over first. Calabar on the outside also there. They had a sloppy exchange. Kingston College. Calabar, JC with some work to do. Woolmers basically out of this one. Calabar out of it now as the baton was dropped. Kingston College though in this one all alone and out in front. and will win this easily. 45.88. Almost unchallenged there. Kingston College.
Siobhan Brown, the 100 champion, leading them home in the 4x100, 45.89. Well, another gold medal for him. He's had a great day. Doesn't give a big smile. He probably should with performances like that.
I think he's waiting on the right moment.
So much went wrong for so many teams except Kingston College in that race.
Yeah.
Didn't even realize what happened to Wolmer's until just now. KC though, brilliant all the way around. Yeah, they had the quality.
There was a mishap here there for Calabar as the baton was dropped, and so it was pretty much Kingston College.
They had the better exchanges as well. Lots of fumbles for the other teams.
Literally no competition in this race, Ricardo.
Absolutely none.
Who knows, might not find any at any point this season.
In Class 4, they come out on top. 45.89 seconds. JC second, 50.71. Calabar third, 51.90.
Good to see that Wilmer's actually finished. The record is 45.33 in Class 4, so they were not far outside that. So shows the impressive nature of the performance. And that Calabar team that set the record in 2018 had one O'Hara on it, but it's not Michael. It was McCary. Class 3 boys coming up. Kingston College will be favourites here again.
Yeah, they'll run out of lane 5, Kingston College.
Keep the Class 3 4x100 meters for boys.
Mona in lane 2.
Mona. Lane 3
Calabar
Lane 4 Excelsior.
in lane 3. Excelsior
Lane 5 Kingston
will
College.
run out of lane
Lane
4.
6 Wolmer's.
In lane 5 is Kingston College. Lane 6, Wolmer's Boys. In lane 7, Jamaica College.
Let's see if any of these teams can even get close to Kingston College.
Lane 4 Excelsior. Lane 5 Kingston College. Lane 6 Wolmer's. Lane 7 Jamaica
Calabar
College.
does have two quality competitors in Gerard Laird, although he was disappointing in the 100 meters, but he is an 11:25 man this season, and they have Raquel Reed, who was in the 400 final, finished second. So let's see what they can put together at 4x100.
Box 3.
But it's hard, if not impossible, to deny the quality that Kingston College possesses.
On your marks.
Mona in 2, Calabar 3, Excelsior 4, KC 5, Wolmer's in 6, JC in 7.
Set.
Sent off the running.
Sent off. Calabar with a really good start.
Look at Wolmer's in lane number 6.
Calabar will hand over first, KC second, Wolmer's right there as well. Jamaica College, they have some work to do. Let's see who will hand over first. Kingston College, Wolmer's there. Calabar trying to close that gap. So too Jamaica College on the outside. But Kingston College well ahead. Calabar, can they do anything to close this gap? I doubt they can. Kingston College storming away with this one. The famed Purples with the victory. 43.69 seconds for Kingston College.
Never in doubt. Never in doubt, KC. Just too much quality for the rest of the field. Good run by Wilmers to slip into second position. 43.71. The record set in 2018, 43.12 by Calabar. But this is an excellent effort from Kingston College.
Again, taking this one from the start, having clean exchanges. The first exchange going smoothly there. Nice sprinting from the boys from KC.
Well, when you dominated the individual events, 100 and 200 meters, you expect to come and dominate the relays as well. That is exactly what is happening with Kingston College here. 2-0 on the rest of the field in the sprint relays. And look at the finish. Nice bouncing and comfortable. There's some amount of dismissiveness in that finish.
I would say that's characteristic of the KC boys.
I think it's characteristic of most winners.
KC winning 43.71. Wilmers second 44.75. JC third 44.91.
Classes 2 and 1 boys to come in the 4x100. If KC is to be stopped, it has to be in class 2. JC will start favorites in class 1 as well. But I think JC would be favored, especially if they are sending anything close to their best team in both classes 2 and 1.
Well, KC has a way of saying don't count me out when it comes to these sprint events, so let's watch them closely.
Keep in mind their very own champs won't be held this year. That's the Gibson Relays. So any prep work would be these Cooperative champs as well for later on in the season, if anything.
Did you say their very own champs?
Pretty much. The Gibson Relays, yes.
No comment.
Okay.
It's just not worth it with you, is it? It just isn't.
Don't give up, Ricardo.
On you, I have. Six teams scheduled to go in the class 2 boys 4x100. Might be another opportunity to see Mark Anthony Miller, the 200-400 champion. Usually the backstretch runner on JC 4x100 teams that he's on. No sight of Christopher Scott at these championships. And if he is fit and he joins forces with Mark Anthony Miller on a 4x1 team, it will be blazing for Jamaica College. The record set in 2019, 41.23 by Kingston College. That 2019 team would have had the likes of Bouagie and Krumi and Adrian Carr.
The record 41.23 seconds set by Kingston College. Lane 2, Woolmans. Lane 3, Mona. Lane 4, Excelsior.
So we're standing by for the Class 2 boys 4x100 meter relay.
And lane 8,
Wolmer's
7,
boys will be in lane
Jamaica
2, Mona High in 3, Excelsior High in 4, Calabar High in 5. In lane 6, Kingston College. In lane 7, Jamaica College.
Interestingly, once again, no Excelsior in this lineup. They did produce the 100 champion, Damore Miller.
Box 1 is ready. Box 2.
Wolmer's, Mona, Calabar, Kingston College, Jamaica College.
Set.
Off and running for the castle.
Well, false start or faulty start. They'll have to go again.
They have mostly been deemed faulty today. That's not false. Ever been on a relay team?
Only in
And
commentary. Can't really.
Well, not you, Donald.
Okay, sorry.
I was actually speaking to Daniel clearly. Have you ever been on a relay team where your teammate false started?
No.
Lucky you.
On your mark.
Let's go again.
All teams are still there.
Set.
Central clean in the second time of hot speed.
Calabar with a good start, so too Jamaica College on the outside. Kingston College making a move. It's Wolmer's on the inside.
So it's Kingston College.
Wolmer's. Calabar is there as well. Let's see who hands over first. JC and Kingston College pretty much neck and neck. Calabar trying to close, and now they are in the lead. Calabar, can they maintain it? Final changeover clean. Calabar in front. Kingston College trying to close that gap. JC, they have some work to do, but Calabar maintaining that lead. In fact, they may be stretching it in the final over the final few meters, and they get there. 41.90 seconds. Calabar with the win.
Kingston College settles for second, Jamaica College for third.
Almost forgot about them for a second. But they turn up in the nick of time and win the Class 2 4x100. Pretty nippy performance. Told you it was an open field. And since Jamaica College did not send Mark Anthony Miller in this 4x100, it made it even more open. Because with Mark Miller on the JC team, that would have made all the difference in this race based on how it turned out. Very good second leg for Javar Thomas of Calabar. Mark Manley was on the third leg, the 200 silver medalist, and he ran a really good curve. And then finishing up strongly.
They probably have Mark Miller in mind for the 4x4s a little bit later on.
No, I don't think he can make that JC team. Sounds away, but they've got a lot of quality at 400, Jamaica College.
Calabar High winning that one, 41.89. Kingston College second, 42.24. Jamaica College in third, 42.42.
If you think about that JC team, so they have their Class 1 400 runners. Javier Brown won. He was sub 47. Rayvon Williams, 47.60 in qualifying yesterday. He's there as well. They also have Zidane Brown, who is more known for his 400 quality, although he won the 100 here today. So that's already 3. Who knows? Maybe Mark could squeeze in, maybe not. There's Boagie and Kumi getting ready for Class 1 4x100 action for Kingston College. Has already won the 200 meters. Had long jump duties yesterday as well. Really good out of the blocks at 100. One of the best in the business. Was a little bit too good on the first try in the 200, but then got it right second time around. KCJC at 4x1 Class 1. That's where the race should be. They are going to be in lanes 3 and 6. Calabar in lane 8. There's the 100 champion Zidane Brown. There's the triple jump silver medalist on relay duty for Calabar, Luke Brown. That's testament to his speed. They'll likely have the long jump gold medalist on their team as well, Calabar. Wilmers with a jumper to start them off as well at Kingston Daly. Yeah, so the jumpers looking to have some fun in the sprint relay. And Kingston College with a jumper on their opening leg, Jaheim Cox. Is this a jumpers 4x1?
I was just about to say the jumpers are usually on the first leg, but Luke Brown seemed to have a tape, like he was putting down a marker, so he may have been running a different leg.
Jamaica College, lane 7 Excelsior, lane 8 Calabar.
Class 1 boys 4x100 meter final. Wilmers boys in 2, Kingston College in 3. Synergy Technical in 4.
Stand behind the blocks.
Mona is not there. In 5, JC. In 6, Excelsior High in 7, and Calabar in lane number 8. Don't see Excelsior High either.
On your marks.
Jaheim Cox on the opening leg for Kingston College. Out of the medals in the triple jump today, down in 4th. That would have been extremely disappointing for him.
Set.
Off and running for the
Sent off.
boys, the Class 1 4x100 meters. On the outside,
JC and KC with the best starts. Jamaica College, they hand over first. Kingston College in seconds, trying to close that gap.
Making a grand move on the back straight. This is the second leg.
Wilmers is also there. Calabar on the outside, but it's JC with the lead. Kingston College on the inside, but JC, they hand over first with a sizable advantage. Kingston College trying to close that gap. Wilmers closing fast. Calabar on the outside as well, but they can't stop JC. 40.75 seconds of flash time.
They had the class team, Jamaica College, 40.75 seconds, and they set it up from the first leg because the 100 champion Zidane Brown on the first leg, and then the 200 silver medalist Andre Bent on the second leg, then Javari Thomas, the big transfer from St. Jago on the third leg. JC really powerful there in victory. Tariq Stennett on anchor for Kingston College fell apart. I wonder if he felt anything, but here's Zidane Brown leading off for JC. And watch the second leg from Andre Bent. Just look at that.
Really lovely sprinting from Bent there. And smooth exchanges for the Jamaica College boys as well. There's Luke Brown of Calabar on the third leg.
Jamaica College with victory in the Class 1 boys 4x100. It wouldn't have been right for them not to win one.
They won it in 40.75 seconds, JC. Calabar second, 40.99. Wilmers third, 40.99.
Yeah, very close for that second spot. It was Jerome Campbell, the high jump and the hurdles champion, who anchored Calabar to that silver medal. So he's had a pretty good day.
We'll take another break here from the National Stadium. We'll be back with more action after this. Welcome back to the National Stadium in Kingston, Jamaica for the Corporate Area Development Meet and Velocity Fest. And just a few relays remaining here, starting with the sprint relay medley. And afterwards we'll close the Corporate Area Development Meet with the 4x4s before we go straight into the Velocity Fest. Just 3 will line up for the sprint medley, open for girls.
And the first leg will be a 400 leg, followed by 2 200-meter legs, and a final 800-meter run to carry them home.
Stand behind the block.
Well, it seems as if a fourth school has entered. We're going to try and get confirmation there.
On your marks.
So Alpha in 3, the Queens in 4, Wilmer's girls in 5.
Set.
So away they go then for the girls sprint open medley relay event.
So the first leg, of course, 400 meters, then 2 200-meter legs, and then the final leg of the sprint medley, 800 meters.
So early days yet in this one.
That's Wilmer's there. So it looks pretty even for the first 400-meter leg of this sprint medley relay.
Mulgrove actually started off really quickly on the outside, but beginning to fade now as Wilmer's. Maybe with the lead based on the stagger.
Does seem like Wilmer's is in front.
Mergrove really went out hard on that first leg. This is the first of two 200-meter legs. Wolmer's.
The first of the two 200-meter legs now, and it's Wolmer's away from the Queen's School.
The Queens in second at the moment. Mergrove in third. Alpha, they have a lot of work to do. In fourth spot and some way behind. Here's the second 200-meter leg. Wolmer's ahead of Queens. Queens trying to close that gap. Wolmer's just in front. Queens trying to take the long route on the outside. Pretty much neck and neck. Wolmer's, well, now in second spot for this final leg of the Sprint Medley Open.
So it's going to come down to the 800 meters.
It always does, because it's hard that it's rare that I see that this medley relay one after the first three legs. The battle, though, between these two up front. Queens in front, Wolmer's in second spot.
So the Queens athletes slowly stepping away from Wolmer's there.
Yeah, just about 500 meters left in this one.
So the pole vault open for boys in progress. The bar
Queens.
now moves to 3.70 meters. And three competitors
Wolmer's
remaining in the event. Keita Campbell, Calabar.
They're really just taking their time.
Kingston College. And Lawrence Bigby.
Well, this is where the race is going to be won, right on this final lap. Queens in front, almost to a crawl now as Wolmer's trying to close that gap, but there's not much energy from the Woolmerian either.
What we would expect at the end of a championship. And maybe now is when we would need some fans to get them going.
Well, right now it's just a battle of wills between these two. Queens stretching their lead just a little bit. Wolmer's, do they have anything left in the tank? With about 200 meters to go.
She looks like she wants to respond, and she's starting to.
She is responding. Wolmer's trying to get back into contention. The Queens, can they hold on? The Queens in front. Wolmer's in second spot at the moment. The Queen School with something left in the tank, pulling away once more. And yeah, pulling away even further, winning in 4 minutes 35.49 seconds. The Queen School ahead of Wolmer's.
The Queen School have been strongest in the middle and long distances at these championships, so you figure that once it came down to the 800 meters leg, they would be the favorites for the gold medal, and they have gotten it. Medley relay gold, remember a couple of seasons ago, 2019, they actually won the medley relay at the Gibson McCook relays, and that was quite an achievement. About 35 seconds slower today than they were 2 years ago when they won at Gibson. But the margin of victory is so much bigger here now.
Certainly a good performance for the Queens girls. Wolmer's was leading up until that 800 meter leg. And as you said, Queens tend to fare better in the middle distances, and they showed their class.
So first attempt now for Keita Campbell, Calabar.
never in doubt for the Queen's School in the open event, girls sprint medley. They come out on top in 4 minutes 35.51. Woolmer second, 4 minutes 42.39. Merlegrove third, 5 minutes 05.50.
So on track now is event 54, the boys open 1600 meters sprint medley relay.
The boys equivalent now on track. The open event. We'll see Calabar in 2, Excelsior in 3, Mona in 4, Kingston College in 5, Woolmers in 6, and Jamaica College in lane number 7.
I'm expecting this one to be way more competitive than we just saw, but I'm not going to call it though. KC, Woolmers, JC, Excelsior, Mona and Calabar here, all represented.
So clearance there for Keith Campbell of Calabar. He gets over 3.70 meters on his first attempt. The pole vault open for boys and 3 competitors remaining. So I was told that more would pass, but he seems to be at 3.70.
So 2 more races after this, the mile relays.
So first attempt now.
After this, boys sprint medley open. Just to go over the lineup once again, Calabar in 2, Excelsior in 3, Mona in 4, Kingston College in 5, Woolmers Boys in 6, and Jamaica College in lane number 7.
On your mark.
They're sent on their marks.
Javel Fullerton on leader for Calabar.
Set.
So the point standing
sent off.
will be coming after the completion of this race on track. I'm sure we want to hear what's happening in
Pretty even start.
the boys and the girls side. So interesting.
Take a look along the back straight. Kingston College starting off well. When you pull out, you see that Excelsior also with a decent start. Calabar right there on the outside. Jamaica College. Kingston College also there. Calabar within striking distance. Woolmers closing that gap. Based on the stagger, Woolmers may be ahead.
So Woolmers and Calabar, Kingston College.
Calabar they hand over first though. Kingston College, Woolmers there. The first of 2 200-meter legs. Calabar in front.
Very good leg from Javel Fullerton has put Calabar in control of this sprint medley.
Yep, they are in control. Kingston College and Jamaica College trying to respond. JC now into second spot as Calabar looking to maintain that lead on this second 200-meter leg. The battle for second spot between KC and JC. JC taking the longer route on the outside.
It seems anywhere Kingston College is, Jamaica College is there as well.
But right now they have to catch Calabar. Calabar with a 10-meter lead, they hand over first. Calabar first. And things will slow down right about now with JC in second, Kingston College in third.
As you rightly pointed out in the girls' race, it comes right down to the 800 meters.
Calabar.
Gianni Henry is on the anchor leg for Kingston College. We saw his twin brother Giovanni Henry at 800 meters earlier. Looks to me like Handel Roban is on the anchor leg for Jamaica College, but I'll confirm shortly as soon as I can get a closer look.
So into the straightaway here, and it's Calabar
Well, the closer look is coming up shortly.
Yeah, it is Handel Roban, Carifta bronze medalist from a couple seasons ago, finishing behind Kimar Farquharson in a Jamaican 1-2. And from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, by the way, is Handel Roban. So let's see if he can close the gap, but he has a lot of quality with Gianni Henry moving into second for Kingston College.
Calabar knows there's danger behind him as he continues to maintain his lead.
Well, the gap is closing, isn't it? Henry for KC in second spot, Rovan for JC in third. And they have closed that gap significantly.
Just shows how important the 800 meters leg is, and Roban would feel that he's the best half miler in the field. Let's see if he can finish the jump that he started.
Well, the best half miler in the field takes the long route on the outside. Calabar trying to hold him off. Rowan is there for JC, stepping away from the field. Henry doesn't have a lot left. Rowan will win this one for Jamaica College. And the JC with the win. 3:27.91 the flash time for Jamaica College.
That's fast. That's really fast for Jamaica College in the sprint medley. The record 3:27.52 set by Kingston College barely survives. Had Handel Roban given more assistance on the first three legs, that record would have been shattered, but a superbly timed ankle leg run by the Vincentian. We talk about the plethora of non-Jamaican athletes. Seems like we've seen most of them in the JC colours today, if not all of them. From LeBron James to Handel Roban, from Guyana to St. Vincent. Can add Trinidad and Tobago to that. But Calabar had the race in control. I've never been a massive fan of the sprint medley, and the reason for that is because I think too much depends on the 800 meters leg. Even though it can be exciting at times, more often than not, the winner is the team that has the best 800 meters man, and that's what we saw here. Handel Roban was yards better than everybody else in this field, and that's why Jamaica College was able to come out on top and win the gold medal. From St. Vincent to Jamaica College, he is still quality.
And leading with 434 points, the defending champions, Kingston College. For the girls,
sad for him, he hasn't tasted champs yet, and he's probably not going to taste champs the way we know it. Last year should have been his first time. There it is, 3:27.91 for JC, Calabar 3:28.99, good run for them as well. Kingston College under 3:30, 3:29.53.